If your bank balance keeps surprising you, that ends today. In this video, I'm going to build a clean, zero fluff budgeting dashboard in Excel that you can update within minutes and trust to make real financial decisions. In this dashboard, you'll be able to track income and expenses and examine by category and also by month. And it'll also update every time you paste in new transactions. By the end, your sheet will flag problem categories before they even ambush you. I'm going to break this down into 4 easy parts for you. We're going to have an input tab to house our inputs that we'll use in our workbook, a monthly budget tab so we can isolate and update our budget as things change, an expense income transactions table that you can update every week or every month with your bank transactions, and lastly, your monthly budget dashboard that will show your transactions by month and by category. All right, let's go ahead and start building this dashboard in Excel. All right, so in Excel, as I mentioned, our first tab will be our inputs tab, and this we'll use to house any sort of inputs that we're gonna need later on in the dashboard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press Alt, H-O-R, and I'm gonna rename our tab to inputs, press enter. And then up here in B4, I'm gonna start with months, and I'm gonna type in January. And then what's really cool, a little pro trick, is you don't have to type in each and every month. What we can do is we can press the bottom right-hand corner and drag all the way down until we have December. Very quick, very easy. That way we're not stuck typing in all sorts of different months that we need. We're gonna go ahead and format this green. We'll change the color to white. Let's go ahead and bold that as well. And then we're also gonna have our tag categories. And then I'm going to take that and press Alt HFP to mimic the same formatting. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in all of our tags here that we'll use later on in the dashboard. And in the effort to save time, I'm just going to go ahead and type these in off camera. All right, now that we have our inputs, let's go ahead and go on to sheet number 2. And this is going to be our budget tab. So what we're going to do is press Alt HOR again. We are going to type in monthly budget, press enter. And then cell B2, we'll have our monthly budget category. And then we'll also have our total in C2. And I'll go ahead and select those, press Alt, H-O-I to format those correctly. And then I'm gonna go ahead again, copy and paste our budget categories and their totals into this table. Okay, so now that I have our totals in there, what I'm gonna do in column C is I'm gonna press the $sign to give it some formatting. We're gonna get rid of the decimals because they're not applicable in this scenario. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select everything here in columns B and C and press Control T to make this a table. We'll press OK. And then what's cool about this is if we ever add anything, let's say I buy a motorcycle and I have a monthly budget of $500 for that, the table automatically updates. So that's really nice, and that's why we're making this a table. Fortunately, my wife won't let me buy a motorcycle, so it's a moot point regardless, but making this a table will make this very easy to update in future months if we do have new categories that we add into our budget tab. The third component that I mentioned earlier would be our transactions. So I'm gonna go ahead and rename our sheet here to monthly transactions. And then we're also gonna make this as a table as well. So I have a whole bunch of expenses that are pre-populated through the year to date, which is November the 3rd. I'm gonna go ahead and populate those into our transaction list very quickly. All right, so now that those are in there, I'm gonna go ahead and format this again, Alt HOI, to make it a little bit cleaner to look at. So in column E, we have different types, and this is just gonna be whether it's an income or expense, very quick to update. And then like once you start seeing the same transactions, you become very quick and very efficient at this. But we're gonna go ahead and update these real quick. What you can also do, and this might be a little bit quicker for you, if you go back to our inputs tab, we'll type in type real quick, and then we'll do income and expense. Let's go ahead and format this. We'll press Alt HFP, go ahead and click that, so that way that looks nice and pretty just like everything else. And then monthly transactions, what we can do right here is go to data validation. We can do a list, and our source, we'll go back to our inputs, get this out of the way, and we'll select right here. We'll press OK. And now we have a very quick and easy drop down that we can use for our income and expense. And then we also have our amount, which I'll go ahead and update as well. We'll format that as well. And then we also have our tag. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this a list as well. So go to data validation, and then we'll go to list. We'll select our source from our inputs. And I already had these pre-populated, so I'll go ahead and press enter there. And we'll press OK. And then I'll very quickly auto-populate these in. And we'll go ahead and clean that up real quick. And then we have the month. So we're actually gonna do this as a formula. So we're gonna have equals text, select the cell, press comma, and in quotations, we're gonna put MM, close the quotations, close the parentheses, and look at that. And we have our month typed out very cleanly. And we're gonna go ahead and drop that low, and we'll see that it updates automatically depending on our date and cell and column B. We're gonna also do the same thing for year. We'll press equals text, press tab to lock it in. We'll go to B4, we'll press comma, and then in quotations, we'll do something similar, but we're gonna do YY, quotations, parentheses, and we'll go ahead and lock that in as well. Make that look nice. And then what we're gonna do to make sure we can capture any sort of future transactions easily, we're gonna go ahead and select our entire data set right here and press Control T. We're also gonna make this a table, much like for the same reasons of the monthly budget. And once we add in more transactions, we want this table to update automatically and capture everything on our dashboard. So that's a very quick and easy way how to make a table out of all of our transactions. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, which is gonna be creating our actual dashboard. So on sheet 4, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. We're gonna press Alt, HOR, and we're gonna rename this sheet to dashboard, press enter. And then for this, I'm gonna jump ahead just a little bit because I'm gonna format different pieces of this. So when we come back, I'm gonna be able to walk you through the formatting and what I did. I just wanna save your time in your eyeballs here versus having to watch a very elongated process. All right, let me go ahead and walk you through what I did very quickly. First off, I gave our sheet a title, which we're gonna call monthly budget. And then I also created two different types of tracking right here. One is for our income, savings, and expenses, and also the potential to save. You can see that it mimics the same thing over here in F through I. This is gonna be a monthly tracker, and this is gonna be annual. And then I separated all of our separate tags into their own little dashboards. So first off, I have income here, separated out by the paycheck, side income, interest, dividends, other income, and other, and then also the monthly total. And then also in column O, I have it as an annual running total. I also have a separate dashboard for savings, whether that's saving and investment, emergency fund, retirement savings, and so on and so forth. And then I have all of the expenses broken out into larger subcategories. So we have home, which has our mortgage and rent, home insurance, property taxes, so on and so forth. Transportation with our car payments, gas, auto insurance. I also have health expenses, so dental, vision, prescriptions, other. Daily living, these will include groceries, household supplies, clothing, childcare, or pet care, if that applies. Entertainment and recreation, including like dining out, hobbies and recreation, personal and family, giving, and any sort of other, so there's debt payments or miscellaneous expenses. And then in each subcategory, we have our monthly budget, which we created on 2 tabs previous. And then down here, we'll also have a variance calculator, which we will together build out. And that way you can see with a little conditional formatting, if any of those are being over budgeted. If any of those are being overspent, we can go in and make an adjustment, or we can visually see, hey, for this month, we are overspending in this category. So let's go ahead and start bringing stuff in. Up here, we'll have our months. So I'll type in January. And as I showed previously, we'll go ahead and drag that over to the right, and that will auto-populate. Super smooth and easy way to do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create some ifs functions for each one of these categories. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna press equals sum ifs, and then we'll select our sum range, which is gonna be column F here with the total amounts. We'll press F4 to lock that in. And then our criteria range number 1 will be our tags. We'll press F4 to lock that in as well. And then we'll come back to our dashboard, and paycheck 1 will be our first criteria. And we'll go ahead and press F4 to lock that in. But we want to lock that in into column B. So we'll press the lock in F4 function 3 different times to lock that in. We'll press comma. And then we'll select our criteria range number 2, which is going to be our month. So we'll select that, press F4 to lock that in, press comma again, and we'll go back to our dashboard. And then we're going to select our month of which we're operating. We're going to press F4 twice to lock in the row. As we move up and down, that is going to lock in. And then we'll close our parentheses and press enter. And we can see our total will be 3,200. Drag that down, and then we'll drag that over left to right. And then as you can see, everything populates in. We have intermittent side income that comes in, but then our paychecks stay consistent. And as you can see, I don't have any data for November or December, so that stays the same. All right, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to our monthly totals right here in cell C22. And then a pro tip is we can press Alt, Enter, and that's gonna take the total of what Excel deems data ahead of it. So we can see that we capture everything from our paycheck to our other income. We'll go ahead and press Enter, and we're gonna go ahead and drag that over left to right. And we'll include the annual as well. And we can actually do the same shortcut for our annual total right here as well. So if I press Alt Enter, it captures everything left to right again. I'll press Enter, and we'll go ahead and drop that low. And we can see that that dynamically updates. Super easy, right? We can actually copy and paste this through the rest of our tool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this paycheck 1 in January. We're gonna select all of this right here. So I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna do this little FX right here and click, and that copies all the formulas in. And we can do the same thing right here, Control C to copy, and we'll go ahead and copy formulas. And I wanna keep the totals, so I'm gonna press Alt Enter, press Enter to lock it in, drag that over left to right. And you can kind of see now this is getting pretty quick. So we want our savings to equal our monthly budgeting total. So I'll press equals, and then I'll go to our monthly budget, and I see that we have $300 allocated to our savings every month. I'm actually gonna press F4 on this to lock it in. And the reason is I can drag it all the way across right here, and we stay the same. I also added in a variance as well, and this is just to see if we can see any discrepancies between what we've saved and what we've spent, or we have a good idea if we're gonna go over, we can adjust our monthly spending accordingly. So I'm gonna take the budget minus the total here, and we're just gonna drag that left to right once more. But I really want this to pop out. If we overspend, I'm just gonna manually type in $450 here. I see that we overspent by 150, great. But I really want to be able to see this in our dashboard. So I'm going to select all these rows right here, go to conditional formatting, and we're going to select highlight cell rules. And if it's less than 0, we're going to fill it in with dark fill and dark red text so it really pops. So let's say I do spend 450 here. That will automatically update to really show us that we're overspending in that category. So I just want to make sure that that's still locked in. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna select all of these rows right here, and I'm gonna do a little shortcut. I'm gonna press Shift, Alt, and right key to group these cells together. And we're going ahead and close that. And now we see we have a very tight window where we can see our savings, our total for that month, the budget, and also the variance as well, and a very concise total top level category view. And then if there's anything I want to look into, I can always ungroup. I can always expand those cells to see like, all right, where am I overspending for this month? And we'll go ahead and close this up. And we have a very nice tight view. We can actually go ahead and do this for our income as well. Go ahead and close that up, group those together. And now it's starting to come together as a very tight and concise dashboard. And all right, through the power of editing, I went ahead and updated all of the different categories and grouped those together as I showed you. And then we can also see very quickly, the conditional formatting tells us where we're overspending in a very quick way. So we can see that in entertainment and recreation, we have a pretty consistent overspending problem. Maybe we like going to the bar too much with our friends, that's okay. But we can go ahead and pull back in other places as well. But there's one last thing that we have to do. We have to get our total monthly expenses, and we want that rolled up down here at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press equals, and then I'm just gonna combine all of our totals here. So we can go ahead and select 112, plus 104, plus 96, plus 86, and so on and so forth until we have all of our monthly expenses. I'm not going to include savings here because savings is, well, it's savings, right? So we're not going to include that in our expense category. So we'll go ahead and drag this over all the way down, and then that way we can track our monthly expenses. So up top, I want to be able to track our income. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a drop-down list, so that way we can update every month accordingly. So I'm gonna go to data validation, and we're gonna do the same thing we did previously. We're gonna create a list. Our source is gonna be our inputs right here. We're gonna select this, press enter, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put January in there as of right now. And then our income, we'll press equals sum if. Our range is going to be our months. We'll press F4 to lock that in. Our criteria is going to be the month from our drop down list. We'll press F4 to lock that in as well. And then our sum range is going to be our monthly total right here. We'll press F4 to lock that in as well. Close our parentheses and press enter. And we have 6,704.29, and that ties out to our January total. We're going to do the same thing with our savings, so we can just actually press copy and paste. We'll press F2 to go ahead and change that. We'll change our sum range right here to our savings right here. We'll go ahead and press F4 to lock that in, press enter. And then we'll do the same thing for expenses, control copy, control V, F4, F2, and we'll go ahead and change this last grouping to our total expenses right down here. Press F4, close the parentheses, and press enter. And then lastly, I'm gonna have a potential to save, and this is gonna be like our money that's left over. So we're gonna take our income minus our savings minus our expenses, press enter. And then what's really cool is we can change this. So we can change January into February, and this automatically updates to whatever month that we change. But if I went ahead and changed this to something like December, it's gonna show up as 0 because we don't have any totals inputted there. So I'll change this back to January for the time being. And then we're also gonna have a yearly total here as well. And this will just be equals to our total income, our total savings goal, our total expenses, which will be right down here. And then we'll just do the same thing with our potential to save, our income minus our savings minus our expenses, and we'll go ahead and press enter right there. And lastly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert in a table real quick so we can track our expenses. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert a table and put it right up here in the upper right-hand corner. I'm gonna change our data source. So let's get rid of this real quick, and we'll select income. We'll change our data range. We'll change it to this right here. And we have our income, our savings, and our expenses. And we'll change our chart title to monthly income versus expense. And we'll go ahead and right click on our bars right here, add data labels. We can go ahead and add data labels for the total amount. And we can see kind of dynamically what we're spending in a month. And this will automatically update as you change those months over. Let me go ahead and bring this over real quick. And then I also want to enter in a pie chart. So we'll go ahead and enter that in real quick. Let's format it so it fits in nice and well. And we'll go ahead and select our data source, and we'll go ahead and select this right here, press OK. And we'll rename this to monthly spend. And then we're also going to add data labels. And I don't like those very much, so we're gonna go ahead and change that a little bit. And we're gonna change where that goes to, let's go to outside end, and then that way we can see the associated dollars accordingly. And that's it. Now we have our very own monthly budget. So if this helped you, hit the like button so more people can fix their budgeting every month. And grab the free template down in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one.